Morning students. Today we are going to discuss the second part of principles of management, means the second topic of principles of management. In our last lecture we discussed about the meaning of principles of management and characteristics of principles of management. Now today we are going to study the need for principles of management. Need for principles of management. What is the need for principle of management? Why there is a requirement of principles of management? Where there is requirement of principles of management? Why in every business institutions, in every management institutions, this principles of management are taught? First is to increase the efficiency. To increase the efficiency. In order to increase the efficiency of every manager, there is a need for principles of management. There is a need for understanding the principles of management. Principles of management have been developed from the experience of various experts. It has been developed with the experience of experts. Experts observed something, they went for trial and error, then they developed this principles of management. So the principles involve necessary guidelines to managers as to how they should function in different situations to obtain the best results. What should be done when there is something happening, means in which situation what decision should be taken, how a firm should work, how a company should operate, and what should a company do in order to get a good result in a particular given situation. This is taught only under the principles of management. So it increases the efficiency of the managers, because these principles of management help to improve the managerial efficiency. These principles enable managers to solve the problems in a methodological way without wasting time and effort in trial and error. So they do not go for trial and error, only they implement the things what should be done under a given situation. So it is one of the better ways to increase the efficiency. Next is to crystallize the true nature of management. To crystallize the true nature of management. So nature of management can be better understood only by the study of principles of management. So knowledge and understanding of the principles and concepts of management makes it easier to describe and analyze the true nature of management. In order to analyze and describe the true nature of management, the principle of management helps. Yeah. Now third, it says that to train the managers. Whenever the managers are trained, they are taught only under the principles of management. They are trained with the knowledge of principles of management. So here it says that in the absence of principles, the training of managers depends upon trial and error method. So formal method of training managers in institutes and in universities are possible only when there are fundamental principles and concepts. So these principles of management provide a conceptual framework for scientific and systematic training and development of managers. So these managers are taught principles. This fundamental concept is taught to the managers in institutions with the help of these principles only. Because what happens when a person is working somewhere at the shop floor, if they are taught there, then there should, maybe it is possible that they can be taught with the experiments, with trial and error and all. But when somebody has to be taught in any institution where there is nothing to do, where there is no practical work, there only teaching is possible on the basis of fundamental concepts, which is possible only through the principles of management. Now, next, to improve research. In order to improve the research, there is a need of concepts and principles of management. So here it says that growing popularity and unity of management principles have attracted experts toward their study and analysis. So principles of management have helped in expanding the horizon of knowledge in management. These principles have served as a basis for further research and growth in management. So management principles provide new ideas, vision and imagination for conducting research studies in the management. In order to improve the research, in order to grow in the research, in order to develop the research, these principles and concepts help the people or the researchers that how to go for the researches. Now next, to attain social goals, when these principles are applied, then the resources are utilized fully, and when these resources are utilized fully, then the goods, best quality goods can be produced at the cheapest rates. And when these goods are provided to the public, to the society at the cheapest rates, the standard of living of the people increases. Means, in order to achieve the social goals, in order to achieve the harmony, in order to achieve the economic progress of our society, there is a need for production, there is a need for more and more production with the limited resources, and the full utilization of resources is only possible when the managers are applying these principles of management. So these principles of management enable managers to make optimum use of human and material resources. The supply of good quality goods at reasonable prices improves social welfare. So here the social goals are also attained, social goals are also achieved with the help of these principles. So here this topic ends. In our next lecture, we will be discussing about Taylor's principles of scientific management. Till then, thank you. Goodbye.